Hi and welcome to another gaming video. And in today's video, I'm taking a look at a Super Mario 64 demake for the Game Boy Advance. So recently I took a look at unofficial ports of Super Mario 64 for various portable consoles, and then I did a bit of a summary video, which has been quite popular. But then I stumbled across this very ambitious project by a developer and YouTuber called Joshua Barreto, who is attempting to bring Super Mario 64 to the Game Boy Advance, and what an amazing project that is. So there's been a few other sort of GBA demakes. I recently checked out the Tomb Raider Game Boy Advance version, very impressed with that. But this Super Mario 64 port or version by Joshua Barreto has really impressed me. So the GBA is not known for its 3D capabilities, but at least seems like some people just want to push this hardware as far as they can, and with the right tools and the right sort of development skills, it seems that it is possible. So about a month ago, I saw an early version of Super Mario 64 by this gentleman for the Game Boy Advance, where Mario was just a triangle in the Super Mario 64 environment. But the latest update, the latest version of the port, I suppose, is where you got a full Mario sprite, complete with moves and jumps and slides, and it's absolutely superb. So I did check out his YouTube channel and his website, and he's got a GitHub page, I think, as well. I couldn't find anywhere for a download at all, so I haven't been able to check it out myself. I don't think it's released in any form just yet, but I'm sure at some point, once it gets to a stage where he's, well, super happy with it, or just where he thinks other people could start to play it, then I'm sure a ROM would be offered, unless he gets some kind of cease and desist from Nintendo, but I can't really see them having much interest in it. So people considered the official DS port of Super Mario 64 a major feat. It showed off the potential of the DS. It was a launch title for the DS, so it kind of went in hard and like, this is a 3D console, this is what it can do. But an unofficial version for the Game Boy Advance, it just shows how capable the GBA was. You've got this, and like I said, you've got the Tomb Raider sort of demake. The hardware in the Game Boy Advance was superb. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the GBA. I kind of went from Game Boy Color, skipped the GBA and went to the DS, but I do have appreciation that the Game Boy Advance is exactly as it sounds, an advanced Game Boy. Was more of a portable Super Nintendo, which in its own was capable of some 3D titles, but the GBA and this Super Mario 64 version, it is looking absolutely fantastic. I can't wait for further developments, and like I said, a possible download so I can actually check it out myself. So if you're interested in these weird and wonderful versions of games that shouldn't really exist, then check out Super Mario 64 for the Game Boy Advance. At the minute, it's just available as sort of YouTube videos, I think it's sort of progress videos, but it should, hopefully, fingers crossed, be available for other people to check out at some point. So hats off to Joshua Barreto. Check out his channel. I'll leave some links and some cards, and yeah, Super Mario 64 for the Game Boy Advance. It sounds too good to be true. It sounds odd, but it looks absolutely superb. Link, like, subscribe, enjoy.